Happy Thumbs Gaming. Big show.
Hey, what's up everybody? It's HTG Brian here, and we are starting an official Sniper Elite 4 collectible guide campaign, and we're going to start it off on level 1, San Celini Island, and you can see old Battle Thumbie's all ready to go, hiding behind the whole lighthouse out there, and on the right-hand side you can see all the collectibles expected to get in this video. Now, we're going to start things off by showing you the map, and each time we pick up a collectible, we're going to do our best to make sure we show you where we are, and, you know, there's some guys kind of floating around here, you might notice. Those guys are targeted. They are actually carrying some collectibles called the last letters. Now, you might also notice that we accidentally got a checkpoint cleared, that optional checkpoint. That's going to happen right around in this region here. There is a tunnel that kind of goes under or through the mountain, and we need to take out all the bad guys in that area. And we've actually already taken out all of the bad guys. If you followed any of our Sniper Elite videos in the past, oh, look out, Ty's getting sick there. He's doing some circles, but if you finished or watched any of our previous Sniper Elite videos, you know that we go ahead and we clear out all the bad guys that are not needed, and we make it real simple and easy to go from collectible to collectible. So, speaking of which, this is right at the very beginning. The Sniper Report can be found up in the Sniper Tower. Imagine that. Now, just to the left outside of the Sniper Tower, you can probably notice this eagle sitting on top of the perch here. Now, we have 3 eagles that we're going to get, and we'll go ahead and give a caw each time we blast one of those. So, prepare for 3 caws per video. And next up, this is the optional objective. Now, this is camera 1, and it is part of optional objective 1, where you have to take out all 3 of the cameras scattered throughout. Now, we have made it through the level, and as a result, they are all displayed on our map. You can see the little black circles with the little white compass reading there, and all you have to do is walk up to it, press the icon indicated, and booyakashow, knock it down, and we can move on to the next collectible, which happens to be right here inside this little camp zone. And it's right there sitting on a log, just like a little bump on a log, except for it's a letter to home on a log. And it's regarding the Secret War. Now, basically, there are 34 total collectibles in this video. We're going to go ahead and get them all. Now, if you are new to Happy Thumbs Gaming, there are collectible quick links down below in the video description, and you are welcome to use those. Let's say you're only missing maybe the other Stone Eagle, or maybe you only need one of the other items. Whatever it is, feel free to scan through the video quickly by going from collectible quick link to collectible quick link. That's kind of a mouthful tongue twister there as we go ahead and grab the next letters from home. That's right, there are 5 total letters from home and 5 total letters to home, which is kind of confusing, but at the same time it's not. Now, this is one of the guys carrying the last letters. Now, you can use your binoculars by pushing in on the right analog stick, and you can hover over him, and you can actually see that he was carrying the last letter. Now, I am going to have Tyler P. That's right. Thank you very much for my, he's basically guiding me through this whole level. He's finding all the collectibles for us, and then I'm helping him clear out all the bad guys, but he's doing all the work. Basically, I'm the cameraman on the scene here. I'm just following the talent. Kind of like my Doug, as I usually have, but in this particular case, I've got a Ty. So, shout out to Tyler P. for helping out. And you see that? See, that was like a magic trick, wasn't it? I saw him, and then I showed you the map, and then when I came back, he was dead. That's because Tyler's actually taking out all the bad guys for me, because he has silenced ammo. He's played ahead, there's a little bit more money to spend, and gets that suppressed ammo to go ahead and take out these guys quickly and silently now. Make sure you pick up all the bodies, or not pick up all the bodies, but search all the bodies to pick up all the collectibles on them. As you noticed, I just used the that guy back there. He was a little officer, and he had one of the duty notes. Duty. And then right around the corner, inside this little corridor here, there is another collectible. In fact, it was a miscellaneous document. There are, I believe, 8 of those scattered throughout this level. Yep, 8. And, oh, to the end. Now we're going to do a little backtracking and go down below. There's actually a couple of guys on the beach. In fact, I think when this level spawns, there are 3 or maybe 4 guys down here. And I want to let it be known, too, that you do not have to go clear the level out and take out the bad guys to do this. Simply just take out the bad guys as you go along and get the collectibles as we go along. So, all right, down and under, we're going to go ahead and get on the beach. That's right. He's right by the beach, man. And we're just going to go ahead and kick it into turbo here. Pew! Go right on by Ty. And once we get up here, we're going to go ahead and kick up the binocs and give you a quick look to see what we can see, which it's going to verify that he does, in fact, have a last letter. You can see special items, last letters. We'll go ahead and check him out on the map. There he is, walking around by the 3 ponds. Now, all 5 of these guys carrying the last letter should all be in this area. Now, however, if you shoot off guns and you get them all alerted and they start running around, like if your cover is blown, you might actually find these guys in other places. However, I will let it be known, or I will let you in on a little secret, that you can actually scan the dead bodies to find items as well. So make sure you pick up the last letter off that guy back there. That was the whole reason we came down here to get him, was to make sure we grab those. And hey, I do want to make a little note too that during our recording, unfortunately, for whatever reason, my recorder picked up Ty's microphone. So you might hear him coming in and out. I tried to cut them all out, and the sound might come in and out, but anyway. All right, here's that optional objective 2. We are standing right in this tunnel area. You can see we just had to go through and blast all the bad guys, but guess what? Inside, wait, there's more. We actually find ourselves a collectible right on inside. It happens to be on the desk in the left side of the entryway if you followed or entered the same way we did. And look at that. It's silly, subversive, whatever it is. Beliefs, that's right. I was kind of unsure of what that really meant, but you can see there's a couple of dead bodies floating around on the ground in here, thanks to Ty coming through and eradicate. Now, I won't lie, when you look at the final total screen at the very end and we see that we got all the collectibles and everything, you'll see it was pretty lopsided. He does most of the damage here, so again, I'm just the cameraman trying to record all this action while he is actually doing all the dirt. But all right, we've got 2 guys out here in this lower section of the map. In fact, one of them is carrying a last letter, and we went ahead and gave him some free dental work right there. There you go, buddy. And then the other guy is actually going to be an officer. So the officer should be there always. And we found that most of these guys with the collectibles, they often, even if they are disturbed or your cover gets blown, they will often retreat and head back to where they were. So you can see here, we're kind of in that southern middle region of the map here. And we're going to follow this guy and get all up close and personal. I think we give him a nice little quick neck rub here. Oh, yeah, free complimentary neck rubs. Gotta love those. Make sure you search his body when you get done because he's got some duty on him. That's right, he's got a duty roster. And inside this building right here, as you can see, Ty's getting sick again, spinning to win. We'll go ahead and pick up not 1, but 2 items in here. In fact, both of them are miscellaneous documents. As he blocks my path, we got a good kick out of that, how the characters can actually prevent each other from going in and out of the doorways. And all right, so 3 miscellaneous documents now accounted for. Hey, get out of the way, buddy. All right. Normally, he's waiting for me. That time, I had to wait for him. That was all part of his plan, though. He was chuckling, I won't lie. All right, next up is a letter to home. I know it seems weird that we labeled them letters to home, but that's what they're labeled in the game. So, yeah, watch this. Around the tree we go. He threw me for a loop. I should have just gone straight and up the way, but nope. I had to play the old, which way did he go? Which way did he go? Speaking of which, once we get all the way up to the top, we actually find ourselves with one of the more difficult collectibles of this area. In fact, this one is easily missed as it is a white object on a white object. Check this out. So it's right at the campfire. You can see it there, but you have to look kind of carefully to see it. And if you run on by, you easily will miss that bad boy. Speaking of running on by, you can easily run on by and catch this stone eagle from another angle, but hey, why not just zap it right now? So we'll go ahead and target it in and wait for it. Uh-oh, bullets are flying. Whoa, caw-caw. That's right, 2 down, 1 to go. All right, so all the way up to the top of this area, we're going to find ourselves kind of looking down on everybody up at the mountain peak tops. And oh, look at this. We've got a couple of tents here. We'll take another peek at the map to show you where we is, and then we will go ahead and advance inside and grab this. What is it? It's a letter to home. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. So we're making good ground there. Got 3 letters from home, or letters to home, and now we're going for the letter from home. So, yeah, like I said, it gets a little confusing, but hey, one's going in, one's going out. You can actually tell by the icon down there. One's pointing down. That one's the one coming from home, and then the ones pointing up are actually going to home. So, all right, he kind of fooled me. I thought for sure it was going to be in that tent, but nope, it turns out it is in the tent. Ha 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 ha. Like I said, he fooled me. He plays a little trickery on me here and there, just to have fun, make me panic. He knows I sweat bullets. And then he goes, why so sweaty? Actually, no, he doesn't say that. That's an Iron Cross line. Which, speaking of which, shout out to Mark. Iron Cross gave me a call today. It's been a very eventful day. Dougie and I had a nice talk. Ty and I played some serious Sniper Elite 4, and I even got a little chattage with old Marky Mark, a.k.a. Uncle Ralphie. That's right, I got lots of names for him. Gordo, Burrito. I could go on and on and on, but I would just confuse and bore you since you probably don't know who exactly I'm talking about. Anyhow, we have made it up to another campfire right up here along the main road. You can see it goes zigging and a zagging across from east to west, or I guess west to east, depending on which way you like to read or drive. And look at that, crosswords. In fact, I think if you listen real carefully right there, I think he even makes a little joke and says crosswords. And I think I left that one in there. There's a couple of laughs or chuckles that you might hear that you're like, what is that? It's totally Ty on the mic. And we fixed the mic after level 1, so it won't be an issue. In fact, that actually took quite a long time to edit all those out. I thought it was going to take a couple minutes, and it took a lot longer. But there we go. We are inside this little kind of courtyard area. It's like the backyard of these buildings, of schoolyard or whatever it is, apartments perhaps. And look at that. It's right there sitting inside the little walkway. The next one is actually just right across the way here, and it's going to be up next against this little table on the other building here, right next to the old radio. Watch this. Pretty sure he pitches this guy. No, that's later. All right, take a little sneak peek through the pond there, through this little weeble wobble corridor, and look at that. We've got a next officer over here. Now, this guy should be always chilling here. And there's quite a bit of action that's about to go down right here. We've got this officer that we'll go ahead and take out, and then we'll search his body for the duty roster. Duty. I don't know why I get a kick out of that. I'm sure Ty's getting sick of me laughing every time he says it. But next up, there's a camera in here. So that's going to actually be part of optional objective 1. Now, why didn't I label that optional objective 1 too? Well, there's the icon there, so hopefully that'll be enough. Now, just out to the side here, the big opening, you can actually look way down to the southeast. And look at that, the Stone Eagle 3. So we're about ready to fulfill our requirement here. Oh, bullets are flying. It's out there. Will we get it? Who knows? Caw-caw. That's right. The third eagle is down. And before moving on, you're going to want to turn around and check it out. There's actually, if you notice, there's actually a little bit of a shooting range in here. They've got hay bales with all sorts of targets. But inside here, right next to where Tyler's spinning around, we're going to find another miscellaneous document. Oh, look at that. I believe he said something like, that's how the pros do it, when he tossed that guy too. I'm not exactly sure what that was supposed to mean, but I won't lie. I laughed pretty good. All right, so moving right along through the tents, down and around, we're actually going to take this road on the shoreline here all the way into the backside of what we like to call the town or the city area. And we just really call it that because there's lots of buildings kind of side by side by side. And it kind of looks like a little area of, you know, cityage or whatnot, if you will. And all right, so here we go. We got to speed this up a little bit by clicking the old run button. Look, my heart's about ready to burst out of my chest there. As you can see, it's pumping pretty good on the bottom right corner. All right, next up is a last letter. This guy happens to be inside the main section on the right side. And you can see there, Booyah Kashow, special items. Yep, last letters. And as soon as he peeks his head around the corner, Tyler does the dirty work for me. And the body goes ahead and collapses. I'm going to go ahead and search it. Look at that. We've got another last letter. Now, right around the corner here, this is kind of tricky here. So we've got another miscellaneous document on this table. But there's also that officer up in the window kind of looking down at us. So you can see I almost just got busted. And, you know, he's a whistleblower. He's one of those guys that's going to make a lot of noise and call in the other guy. So you should definitely make note of that because the last thing you want to do is blow your cover at this point and have to fight a bunch of extra guys or whatnot. So we are going to go ahead and trudge up the stairs in the building, though. And once we get up top there, we're going to go ahead and rush up quick. And, oh, no, we almost got busted. In fact, that was a little too close for comfort. Make sure you search his body for the final duty roster. And no more duty for us. That's it. Yeah, we'll keep it clean from here on out. And all right, inside this building too, right around on this tabletop, we can find another miscellaneous document. So we're stacking those bad boys up really quickly. In fact, we only got one more left. So all right, we're going to follow Ty down the stairs and around the corner. And before leaving this building, we're actually going to grab a final letter to home. That's right, it's the 5th. Booyah Kashow. We'll go ahead and verify that right there. All right. Now, next up, he's going to block our pathway and give us a nice little chuckle again. And we got another letter from home that we got to go ahead and take on now. And this one is actually going to be, whoops, nah, he fooled me again. See what I'm saying? He does that on purpose. It's not like he doesn't know where he's going. He's like, oh, I better stop. And then I go, whoa, wait, do we need to start over? Did we mess up? Which on the second level, we did have to do a couple of different takes because it's squirrely. And you'll see when we get there. Hopefully that video will be up sooner than later if it isn't already. All right, we're up at the pink corridor building up here where this is actually, it's like the big mansion where the Kill Schmidt objective is. This is the main objective. And we probably should have waited to come up here until we killed Schmidt because you actually get a key code that will allow you to open up the safe in here. So we will be back in here. But don't worry, the things are safe right where they are. I know I'm not punny. I'm not. Make sure you grab that collectible off the table in there, and that's actually going to be the final letter from home. And then the final letter, or last letter, is going to be this guy up here. So if you really are struggling finding the last letters, go back to the beginning of this video, and you should see the 3 gray infantry icons scattered around the map. Those are the expected spawn points. Now, the game may move around. You may disturb the peace and the locals, and they may come shooting or running after you. We've had guys come from all the way up here, all the way to the spawn point off of something silly, like a bad shot, you know, that was hurt or something. So it is possible that those guys could be everywhere, but you should note that you can actually target the bad guys while they're dead on the ground to see if they have that last letter or any other collectible for that matter, because in the next levels, there are going to be other collectibles on their dead bodies too, not just the last letters. There's going to be letters to and from home on there as well. So, all right, we've got the last officer inside that building. He's going to give us it's actually the last miscellaneous document, but he also gives us the code for that safe. But we got to kick over this camera first and finish off this optional objective, which is something we definitely want to keep on keeping on with. And look at this. He tries to bum rush us, and nope. Sorry for you. I give you a little sucker punch right in the gut. I think there was a knife involved there too, so yep, no, not very good for him. But we go ahead and we get that final collectible, and I'm going to go ahead and prove it right now. That's right, we got 5555588114433. And if you have no idea what was going on right there, that was a really cool echo effect. That's no, I'm just playing. So I'm realizing that I have like this safe key thing, and I actually see it on the map there. It's all lit up bright blue. And I'm like, oh, we got a safe. And Ty was actually ready to roll on out because he has already beat this level, and he already collected the ammo and items inside. I believe there might even be a gun you can unlock if you're willing to switch your guns. I'm not exactly sure how they unlock quite yet. This is still early. You'll have to forgive me. As we go on, I will know more, and I will display as much information as I can possibly find. So, all right, we're going to use the code, beep, boop, 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 and look at that. We've opened it up. We've got a Luger in there. We'll leave that there. We grab all the ammo, though, and down the stairs we go. We're done with this pink building. And we'll basically run right back to kind of the middle of the map. Now, I did not look at the map right now, but there are 2 locations that have boats, or so I'm told, that you can go ahead and evacuate this level with. So I'm just going to follow Tide to one right now, and once we get there, we will go ahead and board it, and we will roll on out, and we will be officially on our way and done with the first level. So, oh yeah. All right, so here we go. This is kind of a tricky little pathway to get down here. It's almost hard to see unless you got the right angle. And look at that. It's just zigging and a zagging all the way down. And again, it's right by the beach, man. We're going to go ahead and get our toes a little sandy. And hopefully we won't get sand in other places. We'll leave that for other people to deal with. But right around the corner, up on this dock right here, we'll go ahead and hop on in and check it out. Last but not least, I tried to show the map there, but he walked up, or I guess maybe I walked up too close and it queued it, and we're out of here. So, all right, we'll take one quick look. You can see there we didn't quite complete all of the challenges related to the level, but we did get a couple of trophy achievements. Still ain't got time for bullets, or healing, or something. I missed it, I guess. And the end is the beginning. So I guess that's kind of confusing, too. Maybe I read those wrong. Anyway, you know what this screen means. That's going to wrap it up for Sniper Elite 4 Level 1 San Celini Island, all collectibles. Big shout out to Tyler P., my Tai GPS coordinate system. He's normally this is my Doug situation, but Tyler has gone ahead and filled in this time. So super big thanks to him. And yeah, hopefully you guys have enjoyed this video. Hopefully you found it useful. If you guys have any suggestions, requests, anything like that related to Sniper Elite 4 or other games for that matter, feel free to drop us a comment down below or head on over to any of our social pages, which actually can be found in the Read More section, the video description. That's right, we got lots of stuff down there, including links to our Facebook, Twitter, even our patreon.com, and more. Probably a playlist link for this game too. And if we ever get around to doing a trophy achievement guide for this game, we will probably add a link for that as well. So as for me, I've got a ton of editing to do because I've got a lot of splicing for level 2 to put together. It's squirrely. Like I said, there's all sorts of guys that are on the move that are carrying items, and I believe there are 35 total items, or maybe 34. But anyhow, regardless, it's already done. We got it completed. So it's just a matter of getting edited and then talking my way through it. So, yep. As always, until next time.